If you've ever tried one of those cheap walking pads, you probably know the feeling. They can feel shaky, underpowered, loud, and honestly, not something you trust for fast walking or incline work.
But this is different. This is the new Merach W60 Plus.
It's built more like a treadmill rather than a typical walking pad. It has a true 12% incline, a 400-pound weight capacity, a bigger deck, a stronger motor, built-in speaker, step count lighting, and it still slides under a desk or stores vertically. So if you want a walking pad that actually feels stable and lets you burn more calories without taking up a ton of space, this might be one of the better options I've tried.
Right away, the first thing I noticed is that it doesn't feel like one of those tiny, flimsy walking pads. The W60 Plus has a much bigger deck than most walking pads, so you don't feel like you're constantly trying to not step off the side. It also has a commercial style feel to it with a 3.5 horsepower peak brushless motor, triple-sided ventilation, and a 400-pound max weight capacity. That's a big deal because most walking pads feel fine if you're walking slowly, but as soon as you try to speed up or add incline, they'll start to feel unstable. And this one feels solid, and because it goes from 0.6 miles per hour all the way up to 4 miles per hour, you can use it for everything from casual walking while working, all the way up to faster paced incline walks or light jogging.
For me, this is probably the biggest feature. A lot of walking pads are flat only, and if you've ever done incline walking before, you know how much more effective it is. The W60 Plus has a true 12% automatic incline, so instead of manually popping it up or dealing with weird unstable setups, you can hit the button and increase the incline directly from the remote.
Incline walking is one of my favorite ways to get in cardio without beating up my joints. You can get your heart rate up, burn more calories, and get way more lower body engagement without having to run. You'll feel your glutes, calves, and hamstrings working a lot more compared to when walking on a flat surface. And because the deck is so wide and stable, you don't feel like you're slipping or losing your footing when you increase the incline. If you work from home, you can even use this while taking calls or getting in steps throughout the day. Then crank up the incline later for harder workouts. One thing I think a lot of people care about with a walking pad is noise. The last thing you want is something that sounds like a full treadmill if you're in an apartment, watching TV, or trying to work while using it. This thing is surprisingly quiet. And even when you speed it up, it's still much quieter than a normal treadmill. It also has a one-touch mute button on the remote that can silence the button sounds. So if you live in an apartment, have kids sleeping in the next room, or just want something that won't take over the entire house, this is a big plus. The display is really clean and easy to read, and the lighting actually changes based on how many steps you've taken. So as your step count goes up throughout the day, the colors change. It's a pretty cool visual reminder to keep moving. Another really awesome feature is you can connect your phone via Bluetooth and play music through the speakers. The lights change colors to the beat of the song, and the same goes for watching videos as well. I really enjoy this feature. You also get a pause and resume functionality, so if you step away for a minute, it saves your workout data instead of resetting everything. The W60 Plus does come in two colors. I do have the silver version, but there is also a gray option as well. I also think this is one of those products that's easier to use consistently because it doesn't feel like a huge commitment. You don't have to change clothes, drive to the gym, or carve out an hour to get in some movement. You can use it while answering emails, watching YouTube, talking on the phone, or if it's raining out or it's too hot, you can simply watch TV in your living room in the air conditioning. And those extra steps throughout the day add up fast. Even if you just do 20 to 30 minutes a day, that could easily be another 2,000 to 4,000 steps without really changing your schedule. For a lot of people, that consistency is what actually makes the biggest difference. For something that feels this solid, it's actually pretty easy to move around. It has built-in wheels, so you can slide it under a desk, bed, or couch, and if you want to free up even more space, it stores vertically. That's huge if you live in an apartment, work from home, or just don't want a treadmill permanently sitting in the middle of your room. The remote also magnetically attaches to the back of the machine, so you're not constantly losing it.
Overall, I think the biggest difference with the W60 Plus is it feels more like a real treadmill in walking pad form. It's bigger, more stable, has a real incline, stronger motor, and a higher weight capacity than most walking pads I've tried. So if you're looking for something that can handle more than just slow walking, whether that's incline work, faster paced walks, or something that just feels safer and more durable, I think this is a really good solid option, especially if you work from home and want an easy way to stay active without needing a full treadmill setup. So if you want to check it out, I'll put the link down below along with my code and you can save some money. So if you have any questions about it, please drop them down below. Happy to answer them, but that's going to be it for today. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.